Are you ready for the weekend yet? We have events, news, and a guest for you to enjoy this Lake Life weekend. Hello and welcome to our 4th of July weekend episode. Hi Dee, hi Mason.
Hello.
We are back in our camper. A little bit more enthusiasm, please. Okay, Oscar's with us too. I hope you won't hear him. He's staring most of the time. He's sleeping in here because it's so cozy, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And we thought we go over some events in the area.
Yeah. Kind of talk about like where all the fireworks are going to be throughout Lakes Country this weekend.
Yeah, and where you can spend some good times. Dee and I did our 4th of July episode last year too.
And I'm back.
She's back.
I'm back.
Yeah, very good. So I hope everybody knows us by now. We are kind of merging into this talk radio podcast for a moment, which is good.
Yeah.
I try to have some fun with it.
Yeah, and maybe we're going to do this once a month
Yeah.
where we kind of pick random things from the area or talk a little bit more event again or some updates rather than only having an interview guest. By the way, interview guest, who did we get an email from, Mason?
Brent out of Portland, Oregon, who we kind of gave a shout out to last week. He reached out to us yesterday, which was really cool to see that he's still a weekly listener.
Yeah, that is really. Thank you, Brent, and we are excited. You mentioned you're doing a road trip from July into August, and you're coming to your destination here on Long Lake. And yes, we would love to have you as part of our program then and talk about podcasts, talk about lake life, the Oregon Minnesota connection, and all those things. Yes, we are excited. Thank you very much for reaching out. Please, listeners, it is exciting for us to have you engage with us, contact, email. You can actually even phone us, I guess. We have a phone here too.
We do.
We do.
It's an analog line.
We want to talk to you.
Yeah. And we actually, Mason, thank you. By the way, we had some campaigns on our Facebook page where we got a lot of traction.
Mm-hmm.
We have a new little sunglasses, shades, I think you call them here.
Yeah, we had a little giveaway that Dee and I ran this week, and you were so excited about that. We had so much engagement. You're like, you know what? Why don't we just have everyone win that one? So the podcast listeners are going to be the first ones to hear that everyone is going to be a winner of the sunglass giveaway this week. So
I think we had 10 or 11.
Yeah.
People
I haven't
posted.
checked since yesterday morning, but yeah, it was about 10.
Yeah.
10 or 11, which was really cool to see.
So our numbers are growing. Thank you so much. I know 10 sounds very little to you right now, but 10 means a lot to us. We see that over 500 people saw the post. I mean, Facebook tells you some statistics, so we know that more people are looking, and most seem to be very shy putting a picture up. Feel free to connect to us that way too. So thanks for that. It is Wednesday. Actually, I was gonna not forget Wednesday, July 3rd. We are pushing this podcast today and very shortly. And then tonight, we have actually an event here on Little Pine Lake. Mason?
Yeah, so from 5 to 8 tonight, us, Lake Life Weekend and Hydroflight Lake Life will be out at Zorba's on Little Pine. They're having their tornado party, so we're going to brave the weather. Hopefully there should be some breaks in the rain, and it'll be a lot of fun to go out there and get on the flyboard.
2 questions. What's a tornado party?
Yeah, so I had talked to Mike Netlin, the owner out there, and a long time ago, I think a tornado actually swept through the area and kind of like cleaned out either the Zorbas or just like did a lot of damage around the area.
Yeah.
And so now they kind of celebrate it every year, and they're just kind of a remembrance. It's it's really cool.
There was a big tornado, I don't know if it was 100 years ago, going through Fergus Falls, and that was big in the Historic Society's news feed there too, and they had program. I'm glad that we didn't experience any tornadoes. I live here for 10 years by now, actually exactly 10 years this year, and I didn't even want to have that experience while I'm here. So I'm grateful, no tornadoes. And our flyboard, you can actually come and you can book, I think, 15-minute increments.
Yeah, 15 to 20-minute increments. They're really flexible on helping you get out flying out of the water. It's usually about 5 to 8 minutes is all it takes people to really get up and start flying.
Yep.
And so we're kind of working with Zorbas, and we'll get some discount prices. So come on out and enjoy the flyboard.
Yeah, so if you hear that today, Wednesday, and you're game for some action, so that's tonight. So who begins? Do we have more program that we want to communicate tonight, or are we starting tomorrow? D?
Yeah, I think we're just going to kind of go right into letting people know where they can go see some fireworks or do some other stuff that they want to do if they're not really into fireworks. So
Yeah. So what's happening tomorrow?
So tomorrow, Detroit Lakes is having their annual fireworks. They usually do that around, they say dusk, so
Yeah.
9:30 p.m., like 10:30. So, and then during the day, Lakeside Tavern brought back their rocking Red, White, and Blue Fest.
Okay.
Yes, and
4th of July.
yeah, and it starts today, so you can start your long weekend and keep it going all weekend. It goes all the way until Saturday, and they have bands from the Crop Dusters. They're going to be there on Thursday. Yes, the Crop Dusters. So I think I'm going to be
friends.
hanging out in Detroit Lakes this weekend. And then they have like Mad Alice, and they're an Alice in Chains tribute band, Def Legend, so Def Leppard. Yep. So, and then Slamabama and things like that too. So, and then there's just going to be a lot of stuff happening in Detroit Lakes all day. So you have stuff to do while you're waiting for the fireworks.
We have the beach.
Yes.
I actually drove by it just yesterday, and it was beautiful. And I don't know how many, literally hundreds of guests. They must come from wherever they want to, and they hang out with their kids and on their towels. I like that beach. It's a really pretty beach.
Yeah, I think it's one of the biggest public beaches like in the area. It's really cool, and it's really well maintained as well.
They claim it's a mile long. I haven't walked it that investigated it, but
You haven't
it's
spent
really
your time
Yeah.
testing it out to see if it's a mile.
Find your
But you
spot.
know, there is more than one things. We have a public beach swimming area on, is it Big Pine?
Yeah, and there's a few spots on Little Pine as well.
Oh, Little Pine, Big Pine.
Yeah.
And there's a park, there's a playground. I know here in Perm, there's a pretty cool
Yeah,
beach.
that
There's this
one
park.
be on like Ladyburg Park, I think that is, like kind of right by Zorba's there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's on Little Pine.
Yeah, and you can actually see it also from the golf course. And there's a public landing for boats.
Yeah, it's
That's
a
a
pretty
really
cool
neat
little spot.
One of my favorites, of course, is Vergus. There's 2 shelters. There's the largest luna in the world. There's like barbecue stations. There's more and more and more people that I see there. I drive by there regularly. I live close. And then, of course, Detroit Lakes. These are the 3 public beaches I know by quickly.
Yeah.
But yeah, and there's also boats. You can park your boat. They have boat slips in Vergus. I mean, you can launch your boat, park it, and hang out there with your kids on the beach. I think this is awesome. Anyways, I get distracted here. While I was walking the beach yesterday in Detroit Lakes, there's also a new coffee shop. Did you guys know that?
No.
And I met the owner yesterday, and she is from Colombia, and now it's Carissa or sorry. And it was really nice.
Nice lady.
Nice lady. Her and her husband took over that little hotel there, and I think it's called Lakeside Inn or something. They have a little hotel, or like it's a motel, and then they revamped that coffee shop, and it's actually the only coffee shop on the lake with a nice little deck. It's very cute. I think everybody should check that out. I was there yesterday. Distributed some of our magazines, so if you are going there, you may still snatch one of those up. But yeah, so what else is happening on the 4th here?
So over in the Frazee Vergus area, for the listeners that are over there, Rose Lake will be having fireworks as well as a boat parade. We kind of touched on that last week, where Rose Ridge Resort and Spanky's kind of got together, started that GoFundMe page, and they did hit their goal.
Yeah.
It was $3,000 actually. Ooh. Yeah, so they got about $1,800 through GoFundMe and then just personal donations to reach the rest of their goals. So they did hit it. That'll be really cool. Yeah.
Nice.
And those fireworks will be around dusk, kind of like Dee was saying before. And then they'll be hosting the annual boat parade at 1 p.m. on the 4th. Yeah, weather depending.
Where does it start? By Spanky's there? Or
I would assume so.
Circles around the lake?
100% sure, yeah.
You are on Rose Lake, right?
I am. I'll be out there. I'll be watching. I don't know if I'll be participating
I was gonna say,
in the boat
yeah,
parade, but I'll definitely be on the lake. Maybe I'll join them halfway through or something.
Yeah. Well, float actually makes super sense in the parade, in a boat float. Oh. There's the foreigner.
Yeah, and then down in Pelican Rapids on Pelican Lake, the Lake Owners Association is hosting a boat parade as well, and they're having fireworks over there too. So, yeah, there's fireworks kind of all over the place.
That's really cool.
Yeah, which is good.
I think we have a little parade on Lake 7 too, but I think there's only 7 boats.
Hey, it's better than one.
That's okay. You should send us pictures, guys,
Please.
of your parades.
Yes.
Why not?
We want to see, because they're even having a competition on their boat parade.
Really?
Yes, most creative, most patriotic, most spirit. So
Who does?
The Rose Lake Association,
Oh.
that boat parade.
Oh yeah, I just spoke to
Oh.
one of the judges. Sherry
Oh.
Hansen. Actually, yes, she's one of the judges.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, I didn't make click right away. Of course. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then maybe hopefully we have a very careful listener there too. Gina, I think. Maybe she can send us one of the winning floats shared with on our page. Please, Gina, send us the winners.
Come on, Gina. Okay. Oh, and near the Pelican Rapids area, there's a place called Erhard. I've never been there.
Heard.
So sorry for not being able to pronounce it correctly.
Yeah.
But they're having their 4th of July celebration. Their parade starts at 11. So maybe once that's over and you want to do more boat parade, head on over to Pelican Lake. So,
But that is on the street.
yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, we have other parades
Yes.
at 11 o'clock.
At 11. The lineup starts at 9:30. So
Wow.
get your seats. And then the whole day is going to be full of vendors, food vendors. There's a beer garden. There's a beanbag tournament. You can sign up for that after the parade, and then that starts at 2. So
In Erhard. That little
yeah,
nest.
Yep.
I
Yeah,
drive
there's a
through
lot
there
of
all the
stuff
time.
going on there this
Okay.
weekend.
Okay. Very cool.
yes. And then they have live music by Silverado. There's an ATM in the park, just so you know.
Oh, where is it? Park. What does that mean?
In the park,
I don't even know. Is it a little bit east of the Highway 59? Maybe, huh?
yeah.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I don't foresee it being too far out of town or
Right.
like out of that little area.
Okay. Okay. Well, maybe we drive by.
And then inflatable games too. It's BYOT. Bring your own towel
Okay. What's that?
That's awesome. Bring your own towel.
Yes.
Okay.
on the
Yeah.
lake.
Oh.
Inflatable games, wet stuff. It'll be nice
In
outside.
Erhard? Mm-hmm. Really?
Yes.
Oh, I want to see that. If somebody's around, send us some pictures. I will try to pass by there. Interesting. So they have a lake, like a town lake too.
I think so.
Cool.
Yeah, that's really cool. And then kind of in our hometown here, right in Perm, they'll be doing their annual fireworks after the baseball game.
Oh, baseball game.
I grew up always watching that baseball game and watching the fireworks after.
plays?
Perm and Dent. It's kind of a little small
Rival?
town rivalry. Yeah.
Okay.
I think Dent has won the last few years, but it's always usually a pretty good game.
We should do some bets.
Yeah. All right. Well, I don't know where I'm going to put my money at this year.
I don't know either.
Yeah, and then they always have a really, really cool fireworks show
Yeah?
after it, following the game. It's a lot of fun. There's always a ton of people that show out to the game. It's kind of like the most watched baseball game in the area all
Really?
summer long. Yeah, it's really interesting. It's
When
kinda,
is the game?
July 4th at 7 p.m.
Oh, 7 p.m.
And then the fireworks immediately follow.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Okay. Lots happening. What else?
So if you're down in the Alexandria area, they're having their fireworks that they have annually. It's called Starstorm 2019, and it's hosted by the Arrowwood Resort in the Conference Center. And it says that it can be seen from a multi-lake distance. So if you want to see them and not be around in the crowd,
Cool.
you're good
just,
to go.
Just go on the lake and you probably see it.
Yeah.
Sure.
That's kind of, I think, everywhere in Lakes Country. If you are near a lake or on a lake, you're going to be seeing fireworks pretty consistently over the next, even starting tonight through Saturday night. There's a lot of celebrating going on.
I know. I hope our little Oscar is gonna not be too scared, huh? You?
He's a trooper. I think he'll be all right.
I hope so. But yeah, I know that on my lake, there's 2 families that kind of compete with each other across the lake. It's fun to see. Yeah, I have witnessed it for a few times. So we have big fireworks too. And I remember you see fireworks all over.
Yeah.
So in Alex, there's a big one too. Okay.
It's over Lake Darling. So
Okay, Lake Darling.
Yeah, and then way up in Park Rapids as well, they kind of have a day full of events. Starting at 9 a.m., they have a firecracker foot race. Now, I'm not 100% sure what that is, but it sounds pretty intense.
Okay.
Yeah, it sounds like it could be pretty fun. Wear shoes.
Yeah.
And then followed by a parade at 11 a.m. And then they have a pie auction immediately following that parade.
Pie auction?
Yeah, if you like pies and want to go bid.
doesn't?
Yeah,
You know.
exactly. If there's blueberry there, I might find myself in Park Rapids.
No eating contest. It's a pie auction. Okay.
Well, if you go, maybe we could start the pie throwing competition. as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
And then they'll have a band in Heartland Park at 7:30 p.m. And then they'll take a break, and there'll be some fireworks put on by the Rotary in Park Rapids immediately. Yeah, at dusk.
Okay. Okay. So we made our way from Detroit Lakes through Perm, Rose Lake,
Pelican Lake,
Pelican Lake.
Alexandria.
Erhard, don't forget Erhard.
Yeah,
Erhard, yes.
Alex,
That's
and
a
then we
big
went
one.
all the way back to Park Rapids. What else is happening this weekend? Do we know of any, like, Friday action? Saturday? Is there?
On Saturday, we talked about it last week a little bit, that Music on the Mountain, and we weren't sure if there's still tickets available or not.
I think they're sold out.
I actually just got off the phone with a worker over there at Detroit Mountain. He said they're selling out, like they're getting really, really close to selling out. Yeah, so you can either buy them online, which might be the easiest way to do that, just to secure your ticket to make sure you don't get there concert time and they're sold out, or you can buy them at the gate on the day as long as there's tickets available.
Okay.
Other than that, I don't know of a whole lot more going on. We've kind of already talked about a lot of stuff going on.
Maybe Saturday. No, what is it? Thursday. Everybody is so exhausted that Friday is a day of relaxation. And let's hope that the weather cooperates.
Yeah. I was looking at the weather a little bit. I've been watching it like a hawk for the last 2 weeks, trying to, just hoping that it starts to clear up, and it doesn't seem that way. But for the 4th of July, at least, it's just going to be early morning showers, is what it says, followed by really late night thunderstorms, after midnight. So fireworks are still going to be a possibility, and I think families will still be able to enjoy that.
Yeah.
Bring your ponchos.
Bring your ponchos. You actually brought up a Yeah, we should get some Lake Life Weekend ponchos going.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'm all about the ponchos.
Yeah.
Utilities.
As a backup plan. Yeah. There's so much opportunity to survive the weekend with our little ideas. Yeah. Well, there's always opportunity to visit my favorite place, Phelps Mill, on a Friday, Saturday road trip. I guess if the weather is not too hot, you can do some nice hikes in Maplewood State Park.
Speaking of Phelps Mill, though, they have their Phelps Mill Festival next weekend.
Oh.
The 13th and the 14th.
Oh, that's coming.
So they have art vendors and food and things like that. It's for 2 days. So
yeah, that's an annual thing. That's big.
Yep.
And that's in the park. And then the museum is open. That's really a popular event. Anything else next week?
Not next week that we have yet. Down the line, Moondance Jam comes back to Walker, Minnesota on the 18th through the 20th. And so this is kind of like their rock portion. They just got done with their country music festival here about 2 weeks ago.
Right.
So yeah, if you're a rock fan, they have a pretty cool lineup. I see Leonard Skinner's on there. Train, Rick Springfield, the Goo Goo Dolls, and there's a bunch more. So it should be a pretty cool concert series.
Yeah. We are in July, and I'm really excited. I hope that we are able to release before the end of the month our map event schedule, where we actually put everything on the map instead of going through a list in our website on the bottom or anywhere where you go. We are actually going to put every event on the map. That means if you're in Lakes Country and you just hit the locate me function, you will see what's happening around you map based. And we thought that would be a really good thing because it's very intuitive, and it's obviously a geographical approach to find out what's up this weekend and where to go from where you are. So please stay connected to our new website coming up in hopefully 4 weeks. We will be able to release it, and you can browse around Lakes Country on the map, finding all the events that are happening that weekend. Anything else we want to share, guys?
I don't have anything more. Please come out to Zorbas tonight. It'll be a lot of fun. I know they have not just the hydro flight going on, but they have a ton of games and all that stuff going on. Yeah, so it'll be a lot of fun. Bring your trunks. Bring your trunks. I'll be there in a Red Weekend T-shirt, talking to people and trying to get some hydro flights going.
Yeah, Spot Mason.
Spot Mason.
Where's Mason?
Yeah, where's Mason? Yeah. Okay, well, I would say thank you very much, guys. Thank you for tuning in. Email us with pictures, throw them on our Facebook page, comment, let us know what we are doing good, what we could be doing better. Email us to hello@lakelifeweekend.com. And then I would say, happy birthday, America.
Happy 4th of July.
Happy 4th of July.
Happy 4th of July.
Have fun. Be safe.
Yeah. Have a great weekend ahead. Yeah, this was already our newest episode of the Lake Life Weekend podcast. We sure hope you enjoyed it. Tune in again next week with another great guest and updates. Always check out our website, lakelifeweekend.com. And if you have some comments, please feel free to email us at hello@lakelifeweekend.com. And you have a wonderful weekend ahead.